Lisa Cooperford, and this is Kitchen Table Productions, a show all about living well with low carb. Well, we're moving into fall now, and for a lot of us that means football games, football snacks. Unfortunately, most football snacks are not really compatible with low carb, but there is one that is still good for us if we do it ourselves, and that's chicken wings. Chicken wings. They're great for doing at a game or such, just because they make your hands really messy and they're really delicious. But you can't really be doing a lot of other things at the same time. So watching a game is a good time to eat chicken wings. Now I'm going to show you my chicken wing recipe. It is fabulous. It's a sesame chicken wing. It's great. It's simple. We're going to do that right now. Right, now here's my wing. I won't look it over for things like these pin feathers. Sometimes you'll see these extras. They usually just pull right out of there. No one wants to eat that. Now you have a couple of choices when it comes to your wings. You can either take it, the wing tip, fold it back. It usually stays. Just not in this one. Okay. You fold it back, make a little triangle out of it. Or you can cut it off each of these joints. You can get one here and one there. And usually people don't really eat this tip anyway. You can save it, use it for stocks and the like. Now I'm going to cut these today. I try to kind of feel where my joint is. It helps if you loosen it up. Go ahead and break that joint. Left, right, whatever it takes. It makes cutting through it a lot easier. Sometimes after you've put a cut in it, you can feel it better where it is. There we go. And like I say, other than perhaps as a thickener for stocks, that's not going to be much good for you. Alright. Now we've got this. Now the problem with opening up these joints is that there's actually more than two bones here. There's actually a couple of bones. I'm going to first, open up that skin. Makes it a little easier to deal with. Here we go, just like that. There we are. And now I can bend it backwards, and I can see the joint's right about there. And just right on through. I'm putting my chicken pieces into this bag here. Bag will come into play later. Alright, it's time to make my sauce that's going to go over these. I'm going to marinate it in this well. I'm going to start with 1/4 cup of sesame seeds. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in my toaster oven at my lowest setting and just lightly toast them. Sesame seeds burn very easily, so you got to keep a good watch when you do this. If you don't have a toaster oven, if you can't toast your sesame seeds, that's fine. It just won't quite have as the same depth of taste. It gives kind of a nuttiness to it if you can toast them. Now for the rest of this, I'm going to start with a 1/2 cup of oil. Now this is part garlic oil and part peanut oil. You could use all vegetable oil, or just whatever good oil you have around. I'd probably stay away from olive oil, though you might be able to use it. I'm just worried it might smoke too much. There we are. Next, I want to add a 1/2 cup of sherry. A 1/4 cup of soy sauce. 1/4 cup of fresh lemon juice. That could be 1 to 2 lemons depending on how juicy your lemons are. And 2 cloves of crushed garlic. There we are. And there we go. There's my toasted sesame seeds. I can see there are a few just starting to brown. That's nice. Now I'm blend these until everything is nice and smooth, and you'll see it all looks nice and creamy. Alright, I let that go for about 2 minutes. It's very well blended. Oops, my blender could be a little tighter. Right. So here's my chicken. My little chicken wings. I put them in a nice Ziploc bag. I like marinating in Ziploc bags. Holds everything against the chicken very nicely. You can mix very easily without opening it up. There we go. I'm just going to squeeze as much of that air out as possible. And let this marinate for 1 hour. At least 1 hour. You could probably do it longer. Okay, now here's my broiler pan. I put some tin foil down to kind of help make cleanup a lot easier. I'm just going to lay out these pieces of chicken. I've got my broiler. I set it to high. It's getting nice and hot right now as we speak. There we go. All ready to go in. Now I'm not done with my marinade just yet. I'm actually going to be basting it during the cooking. So I'm going to pour off the rest of my marinade. There we are. I'll just have that ready to go. Alright, now I'm going to put my chicken under my broiler. I don't have it all the way up next to the heat, but it's pretty close. It's all about 7 inches or, well, 5 inches or so from the element. I'm going to broil these for about 7 minutes aside. But about halfway through, I'm actually going to come back and baste this before I turn it over. Alright, it's been about 4 minutes. And I'm just going to brush some more of this sauce on them. And broil for another 3 minutes. Alright, that's 7 minutes for the first side. Look how fabulous those look. Oh man, those look great. Now I just need to flip them over so I can cook the underside. Again, for 4 minutes. Alright, time for one last basting here. Oh, yum. Another 3 minutes until it's done. Now I'm about to pull these from my oven, and when I do, I'm going to actually let them sit out for about 5 minutes before I plate them up and hand them out. Now here's my chicken. It's almost ready to serve. I just want to put a few sprinklings of sesame seeds on it, just for presentation. Isn't that pretty? Well, that's the wing recipe. Now, if you want a sweeter wing, you could certainly add about 1/4 cup or so of Splenda to that sauce that we started off at the beginning. That'll give you a more teriyaki style. Now, if you want something more buffalo-ish, just add a little bit of vinegar, maybe 2 tablespoons or so, maybe 3, and a little bit of hot sauce to it. That'll spike it up and make it much more of a hot, peppery, yummy sensation for you. The recipe that we did today has very few carbs in it, probably the whole recipe. As it turns out, maybe 5 carbs, and that's just for the stuff that sticks to chicken. As you can see, we made a lot of the marinade. Not all of that much actually stays on the chicken. We end up with a fair amount of it left over. Don't reuse it though, okay? It's time to throw that out. Raw chicken's been sitting in it. Okay, well, for this recipe and many others, please visit our website, kitchentableproductions.net. I'm Jessica Bavort, and this has been Kitchen Table Productions.